Hello, good morning class. This is Mark, aka Give Your Anxiety. Today's lesson will be on the RUS Hunting Cabins. Everyone please sit down and get your notebooks out as we are now ready for class to begin. Alright everyone, so with the RUS, you guys do not get mills. Instead, they get hunting cabins, which functions as mills. So I'm going to go ahead and build a hunting cabin here that's quite unique. So hunting cabins cost 100 wood instead of a mill costing 50 wood. And it has some other unique benefits here. So when you build a hunting cabin, you get all the same text that would be in a mill. However, you also can train scouts from hunting cabins when you cannot train scouts from mills. So that's a nice little bonus there for the RUS. And also with hunting cabins, they give you a gold gen. So you can see right here, it's generating 19 gold a minute. And how this works is it gives you gold when built around trees. So each tree that is in this yellow circle of the hunting cabin is going to increase the amount of gold your hunting cabins will generate. And by default, hunting cabins will generate gold once every 30 seconds. So this isn't like a trickle. The 19 gold per minute, it's not a trickle that happens like every second. It gives you 19 gold a minute, and the base hunting cabins give you gold every 30 seconds. So at the moment, every 30 seconds, I will get 8 gold deposited into my bank, at the 30-second mark. So yeah, so that equals up to 19 gold per minute. And RUS also has a bounty system. So there's tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. When you unlock tier 1, and you unlock these tiers by killing animals. So let's show you really quick here. So if I use my scouts to kill a deer, I get 10 gold for killing the deer. That's the whole bounty system. Now, I'm not going to go super in depth into the bounty system because I want this topic and this lesson to be about the hunting cabins. But I got 10 gold for killing the deer, and it also went to my total bounty accumulation. So I have 10 right now, and when I get to 100, it unlocks tier 1, which you can see increases my food gather rate by 5%, and also the hunting cabins generate gold every 27 seconds. So the base hunting cabins is every 30 seconds, tier 1 is every 27 seconds, tier 2 is every 24 seconds, and tier 3 is every 18 seconds. And so this will increase the frequency at how often the gold is deposited into your bank, but it will also increase the amount of gold you accumulate every minute. So you guys will see, at the moment I'm at 19 gold per minute, and then when I go up to tier 1, it might take a second here, but this will increase. Yeah, I think there we go. So a little bit delay there, but it went from 19 to 21. So now I'm getting more gold per minute, and it's also happening more frequently. I'm getting the gold deposited into my bank every 27 seconds instead of every 30. And yeah, so it continues with the further tiers. Next part of hunting cabins is, as I said, it depends on the trees within this yellow circle. And when you really break down hunting cabins, they can get a little complex, so you really want to know these things. You can build another hunting cabin very close to the previous one. And this hunting cabin will also generate gold. And when you click on these two, you see they both have the yellow circles. And you guys really have to pay attention to this, because you guys will soon see what I'm talking about here. So I built this hunting cabin, and this one's generating 16 gold a minute. So both of these are doing normal gold gen, right, as you would expect, because the yellow circles are not overlapping the building. Now take a look at this. Take a look at what happens when I build this hunting cabin. This hunting cabin, the yellow circle is overlapping this box of the hunting cabin, right? You can see the gray box showing the outline of the hunting cabin. And so yeah, you cannot have the yellow line overlap that, because now look what happens. You click on the hunting cabins, and now neither hunting cabin is generating gold. They're both, it messes up both hunting cabins actually. So neither one of these hunting cabins are generating any gold at all, because this yellow circle is overlapping the building foundation. You go back to this one, it's still normal gold gen, 21 gold per minute. And yeah, these two are generating nothing. This one's actually on the very edge, let's test this one. So as you guys saw, the yellow lines of each hunting cabin can overlap one another. The only thing that determines this is if the yellow line is going into the building foundation, as seen in these two situations. So here, this is on the very, very edge, but as you guys can see, it's just on the edge where it doesn't actually affect. So these two hunting cabins are both still functioning normally. Look how close that is. The yellow line and the gray line there. So yeah, these two are functioning normally. But yeah, if it was a tiny bit further, then neither of them would be functioning. Okay guys, now we're going to talk about the High Trade House, which is one of the RUS's Age 3 landmark options. They can advance to the Castle Age by building the High Trade House, or they can build the Abbey of the Trinity. We're going to be focusing on the High Trade House here. So the High Trade House generates gold like a hunting cabin, with the value increased by 200%. It also spawns deer every 60 seconds, and villagers can drop off food at this building as it is a hunting cabin. So we're going to go ahead and build the High Trade House. And as you see, I have this hunting cabin here, and the yellow circles are overlapping each other, just like you guys saw with the previous examples. So this will not, affect either of these buildings. This hunting cabin will still function normally, and the High Trade House will also still function normally. Alright guys, so as you can see, the High Trade House is generating 124 gold per minute, which is quite nice. And the villagers are gathering from the hunt right here that spawned from the High Trade House. And they're able to drop off the food right into the High Trade House, as it is a hunting cabin. And the deer will spawn every 60 seconds. And when you build the High Trade House, upon completion, it does spawn with one deer. And there you go, you do see that deer jump out there. So this hunting cabin is also still functioning normally, because the yellow lines are overlapping each other, but it is not overlapping the building foundation. So let me show you a hunting cabin that does overlap the building foundation. As seen in the earlier examples, this is what you really want to avoid happening. And you especially want this to avoid happening when you build the High Trade House, because that's your one that's generating a lot of gold. So as you guys see, this hunting cabin is generating nothing because it is overlapping with the High Trade House, and the High Trade House just had its gold gen decreased by half because this one is overlapping with the other hunting cabin. So you really want to make sure you guys do not allow them to overlap like that, especially when it comes to the High Trade House. Yeah, that's going to pretty much conclude today's lesson on hunting cabins. I hope this was informative for you guys and fun. Yeah, very important. You got to pay attention to your hunting cabin placement, as the hunting cabins can be really good. They can get you a lot of gold gen and just kind of be a boost to your economy. But you don't want to make mistakes like this where they overlap with one another and cancel each other out, because that is not what you want at all. So yeah, if you guys liked this video, leave a like, let me know. And if you guys enjoy this type of content, I'll try to continue to make these type of videos. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. I'll see you guys in the next lesson.